You know, it would be thematically fitting and we have the Halloween banner here because it's Halloween today when I'm recording this. And both Tentative Erica and Cat Dina also fit the theme a lot. And then you can move Pod and Seraphina closer to the anniversary release, so it's more thematically fitting with the timeline. But I guess this is what we get, so it's fine. The other unit arrived with Podders this time is Seraphina, and Seraphina is apothecary by class, but like Podders, she's actually closer to a mage, like a dark and light DPS, with some other utility. Seraphina is a light and dark DPS that is specialized in doing ailment-related stuff. She has both light skill that hit dark, and she has dark skill that hit light. However, her dark skill kind of sucks, so most of the time you will just use her light skill. So first, quick explanation of CotC brand. CotC brand is a debuff that Seraphina has, a special debuff, that counts as the enemy having all status ailment, in addition to increasing the ailment that the enemy received by 1. It will synergize with most of her skill and her passive. For her recommended skill, Burn to Ash is for her AoE, light that hit dark, all of her skill is light that hit dark, or vice versa. Power Time 2, the enemy has CotC brand, is her main DPS skill. She also has like a single target version of this, but it doesn't do much and it isn't as good as this one because it doesn't have the time 2 power. So this will be her main skill to go if you want to do damage to the enemy. The other two recommended skill would be the Wing of Demolition and the Wing of Decay. Both are 3-hit light that do debuff, but one is debuff magic or defense and magic resistance down, and the other one debuff light and dark resistance down. Usually for general play, you can switch between them both, but you're gonna run Seraphina in the dark team, then having both is nice. As for notable passive, first of all, she also has a basic passive like Podders is. Her attack is not an X, she will never wield an X, she will always attack with a basic light attack or basic dark attack. Her passive can inflict CotC brand through if you're hitting a weakness with Seraphina, she will inflict an AoE ailment or AoE debuff called CotC brand. CotC brand synergizes with Seraphina and makes some of her skill become stronger, and it also synergizes with her other passive, which is Seraphina grants any teammate that tag that inflict ailment or tag that benefit from ailment the ability to hit all weakness. So it's essentially like Terminal's like latent power, but like it just explodes all weakness, so it's good. So any character that can do like ailment or stuff can use this. However, the only most powerful one that can benefit from this is Uni, because she got a touch point buff which she cannot double cast if she met a certain condition, and her attack is all over the place with the weapon type. But now with this passive, all of her weapon, regardless of weapon type, will not hit the enemy weakness, so it's nice. As for Seraphina ultimate, it's similar to the Dina ultimate where they both light and dark attack, and then also inflict light and dark rest. Ultimate debuff is always nice to have. However, this ultimate isn't as much as the ultimate debuff is nice, it's in that mandatory must-have, so it's fine to go for A1 for the extra stat or go for the ultimate 10 for the extra debuff, so you pick on this. Her A4 isn't that good and she herself isn't that good of a unit, so if you got yourself an extra Seraphina dupe, then you can pick with an A1 or her ultimate, it's not that big of a consequence. Now for Seraphina, I am giving her 7 out of 10. Seraphina is unique in that she try to work around the mechanic of status ailment, which is a mechanic that is very lacking and is very underpowered. However, what Seraphina give out is not enough. Oh hey, wow, when you look at that, the Charitable isn't charitable enough. Anyway, part of the Charitable Seraphina problem is that, number one, her main skill, her strongest skill is full hit. Full hit that gain increased potency. It's nice, but you will very easily run to hitting cap problem. It would be nicer to have something like a 6 hit or 8 hit because Talok is 6 hit, well Talok EX is 6 hit dark. The Dina EX, her strongest skill is 6 hit too, so more hit count is always nice, so her strongest skill being a 4 hit is not good. The second is that there's not enough people to take advantage of her special ailment debuff. Tiziano is strong because there's Kaina. If there is no Kaina in this game, Tiziano is strong because he does work with other character, but he would not be as dominantly meta powerful as he is right now. It's kinda utilizing that so well that boosts both of them to the top. Seraphina does not have someone like that. Uni is not enough. It won't happen, but my proposed buff for her is that if Seraphina does something like grant all attack that do start with ailment and 100% extra potency up, she would be stronger. Like, she has a niche, but that niche would make her so stronger and it make her like a more valuable unit. But as of now, the ability to just exploit any weakness is not good enough. And also, eventually in the future, it will be power creep by much more better characters. So now, Saraphina is not a must-have. However, she is on the banner with Potus. If you're pulling for Potus, you are pulling for Saraphina. So you get a copy of her along the way while you're pulling for Potus. Then she is nice to have. She is a nice dark, light and dark DPS to have after all. And she can synergize very well with Tadlock Team and Emu. And finally, here's the rating for the upcoming 8 Traveler who is soon to join the global server. Do reminder that this in final because they might get a buff, or the release date isn't final because Netties might change them around. And that is all for now. I shall now go prepare for my semi-annual top 3 video, which I might procrastinate on it a lot, which I will hopefully get it out before November ends, so